Hello everyone, I am your instructor Varshata. Let's start our lecture series. So at the end of this video, you will be able to learn about the web security, then we will see the course and then we will see the SEO. Okay, course that means cross origin resource sharing, SEO that is a search engine optimization. So let's start. Now first of all, let's start with the web security. So what is web security? Web security, that is, it is also known as the cyber security. Okay, so it is basically means protecting a website or web application by detecting, preventing and responding to the cyber threats. Okay, so what is web security? Here in this figure you can see that securing your devices, that means securing the information that is available on the internet, on the web. So that is known as the web security. For example, you have a online bank account, you have emails. Okay, so you will email login in the different organization, that is in a Google, Yahoo, etc. So everything should be secure on the net, or whatever the information that is available on the net, that should be secure. Okay, so for this security, it is we provide some standards, we provide some algorithms for defining such security. So that is known as the web security. Now, web security, that is security is critical to the web services because it's, however, neither XML RPC nor SPOP specification make any explicit security or authentication requirement. XML, that is extensible markup language, RPC, that is remote procedure call, nor that is what the SOP, that is a survey. Now, security is critical to the web services. However, neither XML RPC nor simple object access protocol specifications make any explicit security or authentications requirements. So there are the three specific security issues with the web services, which are this: confidentiality, authentication, and the network security. Okay, confidentiality, that means what? Only you are communicating with the authorized person only. Authentication, that means what? Only authorized person can access the informations. And network security, that means your information should be secured on the web. Now, details of the web security. There are a lot of the factors that go into the web security and web protections. Okay, so any website or applications that are secure is surely backed by different types of checkpoints and techniques for keeping it safe. Now, there are variety of security standards that must be followed at the all times, and these standards are implemented and highlighted by the OWASP. Now, what is this? This is an Open Web Application Security Project. It provides the standards for defining the security. Most experienced web developers from the top cybersecurity companies will follow the standards of the OWASP, as well as the keep a close eye on the web hacking incidents. Okay, so most popular cybersecurity companies use the standards that is provided by this OWASP. Okay, and it keeps the close eye on the web hacking incident. So any activities like hacking is there on the internet, so that should be defined by these cyber security companies, that is defined the close eye on that particular hacking techniques. Now, which are the available technology? There are different types of technology available for maintaining the best security standards. Okay, so some popular technical solutions for testing, building, and preventing, that is a black box testing and white box testing tools. That means that whenever you are developing any website, any project, at that time you are using this black box testing and white box testing tools. Web application firewalls you can use to protect your devices. Security or vulnerability scanners you can use. Password cracking tools you can use for providing the security. Now, next one is the cross-origin resource sharing. Now, what is this cross-origin resource sharing? Cross-origin resource sharing, that means what? Here you can see this figure is showing you the same origin policy. Now, same origin policy, that means what? The resources that is available in the same origin, that can be accessible in the same origin only. But the resources that is available in the different origin, that cannot be accessible in the same origin. So here in this figure you can see the resources, that is here image b.jpg, that is available in the server B, but it cannot be accessed in the server A because they are from the different domain, that's why. Okay, so this is the same origin policy. So now what is the cross origin policy? Let's see. So now first of all, let's see what is CORS. CORS, that means a request for the resource like image or an font or any information that is available in the different domain outside of the origin is known as the cross origin request. Okay, so outside origin, if you are doing the request for accessing that particular information, that it is known as the cross origin request. Now CORS, that is a cross origin resource sharing, manages the cross origin request. Okay, now CORS is an HTML features that allows one site to access the another site resources despite being under the different domain names. Okay, CORS is an HTML5 features. Okay, so it allows the one site to access the another site's resources. That means here just take the example of the real life. For example, from the Google, you can access the anything. From Google, you can access the Facebook page. From Google, you can access the Instagram. Okay, so that is what? The cross domain. Whenever you will just search about the Facebook on the Google. Okay, so whenever you will clicking on that Facebook link, and it will be redirected to the Facebook. In Google also you can search about the Yahoo. So if you will search about the yahoo.com, and you will get the different links that is available for the Yahoo, and you will click on the Yahoo, it will be redirected to the Yahoo. Okay, so that is what the cross domain. This cross domain is possible. Why? Because the permission is given to that permission is given to this different domain. That's why. If permission is not given, then you cannot access the Yahoo from the Google, and you cannot access the Google from the Yahoo. Got it? So here this is the CORS. That is what? The cross origin resource. Okay. So here you can see the information that is available in the server A. This is one domain that can be accessed in the server B. And the information that is available in the server B can be accessed in the server A. So that is what the cross origin resource policy. Now let's see why this CORS is necessary, why it is required. So CORS standard is needed because it allows the server to specify not just who can access its assets, but also how the assets can be accessed. Got it? So cross-origin requests are made using the standard HTTP request methods. Most servers will allow the GET request, meaning they will allow the resources from the external origins. Okay, so say web page or to read their assets. Okay, so here using the CORS, you are just defining the standards how the informations will be available in the different domain. CORS servers can specify who can access, okay, who can access the information, and how this information can be accessed. Okay, so this because of this reason, CORS is necessary. Now next one is the SEO. SEO, that means search engine optimization. Okay, now search engine, just this name just strike in your mind. Search engine, that means what? Google, Yahoo, Bing. These all are the search engine in which you can search something. Okay, so search engine optimization is the activity of optimizing the web pages or whole site in order to make them search engine friendly, thus getting the higher position in the search result. Okay, so what is search engine optimization? Is the activity of optimizing the web page. How the web page will be accessible, how the web page will be available whenever any user will search about that particular keyword. Okay, so different search engines are there, that is Google, Yahoo, Bing, etc. Now SEO is all about the optimizing a website for the search engine. Okay, so SEO, that means what? All about the optimizing the website for search engine. It is a technique for SEO is a technique for designing and developing a website to rank well in the search engine result. Then improving the volume and quality of the traffic to a website from the search engine. And third one is the marketing by understanding how search algorithm works and what human visitors might search. Okay, so it will analyze what the human will be search, that everything that is maintained everything that is defined by the search engine optimization. SEO is a subset of the search engine marketing. Now, how search engine works. Okay, so there are the different steps that is involved in the search engine. Okay, so you should know the steps whenever you are going to search anything in the Google, and you will just type, suppose, web development. Okay, so whenever you will just type a web development and you will press enter, what will happen? Numbers of the informations about the web development will be available on the search engine. Okay, but how these informations will be available to you? Which are the steps involved in this? So let's see. So search engine performs the several activities in order to deliver search result, that is crawling, indexing, processing, calculating relevancy and retrieving the result. So these are the steps that is involved in this search engine whenever you are searching anything, and that informations will be available to you. So let's see it one by one. So first one is the crawling. Crawling is the process of fetching all the web pages linked to a website. This task is performed by the software that is called crawler. Okay, so whenever you are searching about anything, that it will what it will do, it will fetches the pages that is related to, and this task is done by the crawler. The crawler is a software, or spider is a software that is responsible for fetching the web pages. In terms of Google, it is a Googlebot. Okay, so Googlebot is a software, it will fetch the information regarding to your keyword. The next one is the indexing. Now the numbers of pages is fetched. So now what will happen? What we have to do? That pages should be indexed. Okay, so regarding to that particular keyword, that pages should be indexed and it should be stored in the database. So whenever the information regarding to that, whenever the keywords regarding to that pages will come, so from that data storage you can retrieve that pages. Okay, so from that data storage, search engine can retrieve that pages. So indexing is what? Indexing is the process of creating the index for all the fetch web pages and keeping them into the giant database from where it can later be retrieved. Essentially, the process of indexing is identifying the words and expressions that best describes the page and assigning the page to the particular keywords. Got it? Now processing. When a search engine request comes, that it is responsibility of the search engine to process that request. So that is known as the processing. Okay, so for example, it compares the search engine strings in the search request within the indexed page in the database. Now next one is the calculating relevancy. Now there are numbers of pages are there in the database. Now which are the relevant page according to your keywords? So that page only should be displayed. Okay, so that is what the calculating relevancy. So SEO will, search engine will calculate the relevancy regarding your keyword. So it is likely that more than one pages contain the search string. So the search engine starts calculating the relevancy of each of the pages in the index to the search string. Next one is the retrieving the result. This is the last step. Okay, now everything is done. Just a result should be displayed on the browser so the users can see it. Okay, so the last step in the search engine activity is retrieving the best match result. Basically, it is nothing more than simply displaying them in the browser. Now, next one is what is a search engine rank? Okay, search engine rank, that means what? Whenever you will search any keyword using a search engine, it displays the thousands of the results. Okay, but suppose you have a website and where your web page is displayed. Suppose your page is displayed at the first position, then your website rank is the first. Okay, so where your page is displayed, that is the that is what the search engine rank. A page ranking is measured by the position of the web pages displayed in the search engine result. If a search engine is putting your web page on the first position, then your web page rank will be number 1 and it will be assumed as a page with the highest rank. Okay, SEO is the process of designing and developing the website to attain a high rank in a search engine result. Now next is on-page and off-page SEO. So let's see what is on-page and what is off-page. On-page, that means what? It includes the providing the good content, good keyword selections, putting keywords on the correct places, giving appropriate title to every pages, etc. So this is activities that is involved in the on-page SEO. Now, what is off-page SEO? Off-page, that means it includes the link building, increasing the link popularity by submitting the open directories, search engines, link exchanging, etc. Okay, so this is off-page SEO and this is on-page SEO. Now, next one is the SEO technique that are classified into two broad categories. Which are those two broad categories? White hat SEO and black hat SEO. White hat SEO, that means the tactics that is recommended by the SEO. That is what white hat SEO. But the technique that is not recommended by the SEO, that is black hat SEO. So techniques that search engines do not approve and attempt. These techniques are also known as the spam indexing. So in this video, we have learned about the three things. First one is the web security, why web security is important and how we are able to provide the web security. Then we have learned the CORS, that means what the cross origin resource sharing. You can access the resources from the different domain in different domains. So cross platform compatibility is there. So that is a CORS. And then we have learned about the SEO, that is search engine optimization. Different search engine is there and how the search engine search the anything regarding your keyword and how this information will be displayed on your browser. Okay. So thank you for watching. We will meet in the next lecture with a new topic. Thank you.